Now, moving on, this coming one is the fourth team for today, which we're getting ready for right now. Fourth team, the name is Subtle Medical. And in Chinese, it's 生透医疗科技 from mainland China. Now, while we're looking into that, now just a little bit about them. They are a medical imaging AI company that's founded by AI experts, practicing radiologists and imaging scientists. Subtle Medical has invented a suite of AI powered software solutions that enable imaging centers to run PET, which is PET, and MRI examinations for up to 4 times faster the speed. So you have 5 minutes. Please jumpstart your dreams now.
Okay, thanks for the introduction. So we're Subtle Medical Technology. We're a team using AI to define a new standard for medical imaging, trying to make it faster, safer, and smarter. So in medical imaging, there are many difficulties, such as increasing needs and decreasing margin. There are many trade-offs between quality, cost, and access. For example, the patients usually have very long scan time and the cost is quite high, and they have risks to be exposed to radiation and contrast dose. For physicians, they are hard to schedule, and the quality are not consistent. And the provider and for facilities, they meet increasing needs and decreasing reimbursement, and the workflow is quite inefficient. Next page, please. And next page, please. So if you can see me on the third page, so we are a team of clinical and technological and business experts in radiology and AI. We are pioneers of tens of years of experience in improving medical imaging with novel technologies. For example, we all graduated from top universities such as Tsinghua University and Stanford University. We have business people from United Imaging, GE Healthcare, and Samsung, and we also have business people from Stanford Business School, Harvard Business School, and we have engineering teams from Berkeley, Caltech, and Tsinghua University. So please go to page 4. So to make sure that we have the cutting-edge product with the most advanced technology, we have on board advisors in global imaging and radiology workflow leaders, such as Paul Chang, who is the director of the Chicago Imaging Center, and also Bruce Rosen, who is the director of Imaging Center in University of Harvard. Page 5, please. So if you look at the workflow, imaging workflow, there are many different components, such as a scanner, image acquisition, enhancement, quantitative analysis, and diagnosis. Most of the current AI companies are focusing on diagnosis, such as CT lung imaging. We are focusing on image acquisition and enhancement. This is the upper stream of extend use case for physicians, and most importantly, we increase revenue for imaging facilities and hospitals. Page 7, please. Currently, we have already 3 matured products such as Subtle PET, Subtle MRI, and Subtle GET, and we are the first in the world that has 2 FDA-approved products. Subtle PET can improve imaging speed by a factor of 4. Subtle MRI can improve imaging speed by a factor of 4. Subtle GET, which we received about 1.6 million US money grant from NIH, can reduce the contrast dosage used by 90%. So our products works in a SaaS mode and it enables better scans for the entire fleet of scanners. It works with most current major manufacturers such as GE, Siemens, Philips. And so if you go to page 9, you'll find that how our Subtle PET works. Usually if you scan a patient, it takes about 18 minutes. If you reduce the scan time by a factor of 4, the scan time will be 4.5 minutes. But you can see the image quality is largely reduced. But using our product, the image quality can be recovered to as good as 18 minutes. On page 10, you will find how our Subtle MR product works. On the very left-hand side, this is a T1 weighted image MR that is acquired using about 2 minutes. In the middle, if you reduce the scan time by a factor of 2, the image quality is largely reduced. We can recover it back to as good as 2 minutes. On page 11, you will find if you reduce the gadolinium used by 90%, the regions should be highlighted is not seen there. We can recover there should be highlighted region. So on page 12, we found that our product has been deployed in more than 60 hospitals. This is the first hospital that used our Subtle PET product. They can increase the throughput by 60%, and they have saved more than 6,000 minutes. On page 13, you will find another user case. We can improve the imaging speed by a factor of 4, and there's 100% patient satisfaction. On page 14, you will find that we can collaborating with the manufacturers, healthcare IT, hospitals, imaging centers, pharmaceutical CRO companies. On page 15, you will find that there are many prestigious companies such as RadNet, which is the largest image network in US, and Affiliate, which is the largest imaging network in Europe. They are all collaborating with us. So in the future, we're going to expand along multiple dimensions, such as modality dimension, workflow dimension, and biomarker dimension. So hopefully, with your attention, we can grow faster and stronger as we wished. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's the end of the presentation. This is the time for the Q&A, and judges, you're invited to ask your questions. Thank you.
Hi. So,
Hi.
if improving the accuracy or the cost efficiency of the imaging or radiology is your key selling point here in your solution. So, how do you think your unique technology can sustain for a foreseeable time before another technology comes up from your competitor to overcome you in terms of your key selling factors in your solution? What do you think?
Well, currently, I don't think in the future, near future, probably about 5 years, we don't see any breakthrough technology or disruptive technology that can overcome and go through and overdo our technology. So this is the most advanced technology already. We're using deep learning and neural networks. And previously, there are many hardware and also traditional algorithms that can do a quite similar thing, but their performance is much worse. So as good as I know, this is the most cutting-edge technology, and it takes more than, should be several years later, at least probably 5 years later, to have another disruptive technology.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next question I have is on the chat. It's from Raymond. He wants to know, have your scanning tech been verified by GE, Siemens, or and Philips? Thank you.
Yes, I'm going to say that not only these three major manufacturers, we are also collaborating with many local manufacturers, such as in China, we have Neurosoft, which is also a very large manufacturer. Our product has been all verified in this mainstream modality manufacturers, and they have been clinically and businessly used in US hospitals and also Southeast Asia hospitals, and currently in Europe also.
Thank you. Any other questions by our judges? Thank you.
What's the biggest challenge that the company has faced in getting your customers to adopt the technology? It sounds like, you know, it's faster, safer, smarter. What's holding back people from, you know, using your newest technology?
Okay, so so far I would like to say that most of our processes are going quite smooth with hospitals. But if you want me to bring up the one that is the most largest obstacle, I would say that because this is in a clinical and a medical system, so the doctors and the hospitals are quite careful in adopting new technology. So the procedure usually takes a little bit longer than we previously expected. Currently, if you approach a hospital and yeah, so the clinical sign-off and IT sign-off takes about 4 months. So that's the main challenge that we are facing.
Thank you so much. Thank you again to our judges. Great questions, by the way.